Alvar Emberumanar Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. A very important question is asked by an youngster: how to control the urge for sense enjoyment? Even though this is mostly an issue in the youth, it is also applicable for everyone, irrespective of the ages. In the youth, it is mainly sexual desires. Even after getting old, these sexual desires, they don't subside so easily. They remain because in this world, in the samsara, everyone is running for this sense enjoyment only. Ultimately, they want to enjoy with the opposite sex. That is the main goal for many of the people here in this world. Now, we have to identify the root cause of this issue. The root cause is because we are bound in this material body. The body has certain needs. That needs come up in our mind, and that desire is absorbed by the Atma, and the Atma goes along with the mind and body and tries to enjoy this sensual pleasures. We have to control those desires. That is the only way to become free from those desires sooner or later. Because oftentimes people say, if you give that enjoyment to the senses, to the body, then the body and senses will be satisfied and we will no longer have that desire remaining in our mind. That is the general recommendation. So, people generally say, if you want to enjoy, you enjoy it, then the desire will subside. But that is not the case, because many times we see, we give enjoyment to the senses and they seek more. That is what happens. It is like having fire and butter together. They will burn. So if we give enjoyment to the senses will keep enjoying. But ultimately we have to control the senses. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that we have to control the senses, just like a tortoise will pull its limbs inside the shell when it sees danger. These sense enjoyment aspects are very dangerous for us because they keep pulling us down into this samsara. So we have to control the senses. For that, we have to take different approaches. First of all, we have to avoid being alone, being in the situation where there is scope for sense enjoyment. For example, nowadays we have our mobile phones which have lot of content which pulls us into this sense enjoyment. So we have to try to avoid being alone, and we have to try to limit our exposure to such scenarios. We have to focus more on satsangam, being together with devotees. We have to focus more on listening to lectures, listening to pasurams, stotrams, and keeping our mind occupied with good things. If we let the mind loose, if we let the senses go out of control, then we will be pulled by the senses and we will be engaged in sense enjoyment only. So we have to control that urge by being in good environment as much as possible. If we are in a family situation, we have to have good satsangam in the family. If we have some friends who are with us, then we have to try to inculcate that devotional attitude, spiritual attitude into our friends also. Or we have to find those people who are already in that mood and be in their company. So these are some ways where we can engage our mind positively in spiritual good matters. Even if we are alone, because many times Sri Vaishnavas end up being alone, we have to make use of online satsangams. Sometimes we have acharyas, bhagavatas who are online, they are giving lectures, they are providing us solutions. We have to engage with them and get guidance and be in the good, positive, devotional environment. By doing all of this, we can control our senses to some extent. For all of these to happen, we have to have total faith in Bhagavan and Acharyas. We have to keep them in the forefront. We have to focus on Archavatara Bhagavan. Bhagavan's divine form is said to be very auspicious. It is shown as Shubhashrayam. That means it is a very auspicious abode where we can rest our senses. We can place our senses and we can enjoy Bhagavan instead of enjoying worldly things. Because enjoying Bhagavan is apt for us also. So, in this manner, we have to be with positive people, devotional people. We have to be with Purvacharya's literature. We have to be with Archavataram. We have to be with good satsangam and engage our mind and senses and body in Bhagavan and Bhagavatas. Because the whole purpose of us being given body and senses by Bhagavan is to serve Him, is to serve His devotees. We have to understand this truth and engage in that accordingly. ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.